Welcome to Day 19 of Labrynth To Lord Stanley. There were two big questions heading into today. Would either the Chicago Blackhawks or the LA Kings put their opponents on thin ice? Red Wings Blackhawks United Center, first period, and away we go. First 30 seconds in the game, Jonathan Toews trips a Red Wings defender. Toews takes the puck on a breakaway, and the Blackhawks generate a scoring chance. Nicholas Cronwell blocks a shot to prevent an early scoring chance by making saves. The Red Wings defense showed up early in Game 2. Chicago executed on one shot in the goal in the first minute, which kept the Red Wings from unleashing a shot on goal for nearly 7 minutes. The early portion of the first period was defensive because the Red Wings prevented shots on goal while Chicago executed 9 hits in the first 8 minutes. See, Chicago had one shot on goal in the first 30 seconds, and then the Red Wings held the Blackhawks to 0 shots on goal for 6 consecutive minutes. And they managed to get some shots on goal, establish tempo in the game, and build some momentum. Patrick Sharp passes to Michael Handzus, who passes the puck to Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane shoots and scores, gives the Blackhawks line 2 some energy, some momentum. He gets the crowd excited, and Patrick Kane puts the Blackhawks up on the board in the first period. Corey Crawford went 12 for 12, making saves in the first period. Good defensive play by both teams, with the Red Wings blocking shots, holding to Chicago to 8 shots on goal in the first period, and Chicago obtaining the physical hits, breaking bodies. This team had 9 hits in the first 8 minutes, and then they continued to play physical, continue to smash jaws, continue to break momentum, and try to put the Red Wings to shame. And it seemed like everything was going Chicago's way until a guy named Jakub Kindl went Amazon on Corey Crawford, scores the goal, ties the game at 1, and he displays good offensive awareness, shoots the puck, and he ties it up at 1. Later in the second period, Brendan Smith puts a little wrist shot. He putts it, tap-tap-tap-a-roo, putting that wrist shot in the net, puts Detroit up 2-1. Yuri Franzen with a one-on-one goal. He gives the Red Wings a 3-1 lead. Falupa scores. The Red Wings are up 4-1. This is the bottom line. The Detroit Red Wings won this game because they outshot the Blackhawks early. They took control of the game, established momentum, blocked shots, kept Chicago from executing scoring chances. Even though they trailed 1-0 heading into the second period, Corey Crawford's 12 for 12 with saves. Detroit maintained their composure. They rallied back, even the game at 1. Once Jakub Kindl went Amazon on Corey Crawford, I know the stupid Kindle reference, iPads are better. So, it's just like, it was smooth sailing for Detroit. 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive goals by the Joe Louis Juggernauts. Thanks to the triumphant victory by the Red Wings, this series is even at 1 apiece. Now, both teams go back to Joe Louis Arena, where the Red Wings have a chance to establish some momentum in this series. Can the Joe Louis Juggernauts get it done at Joe Louis Arena? We'll find out when Game 3 takes place at Joe Louis Arena. Second game took place at the HP Pavilion Center. Los Angeles Kings faced the San Jose Sharks. First period, Los Angeles gains a 1-0 lead. Ironic that the Sharks swept the Vancouver Canucks and trail 2-0 in this series. Now they trail 1-0 in Game 3 at home. San Jose's airing Shark Tank live at the HP Pavilion. Will San Jose avoid an earthquake-like collapse and going from winning 4 in a row to losing 4 in a row? Later in the first, Dan Boyle puts a zit on Jonathan Quick, evening the game at 1. And second goal of the playoffs for defenseman Dan Boyle. This game continued with both teams reacting in aggressive fashion by winning faceoffs. Both teams dueled. Neither one scored another goal in regulation. But you saw some very aggressive play, some great saves, and it was like a game of Pong with Quick and Antti Niemi going back and forth making those saves to build the anticipation up until overtime. The game continued, and it just went back and forth. Overtime we go. Logan Couture shoots the puck. He scores, and Logan Couture's goal is huge because you're down 2-0, you're playing at home, and you get that crowd wild up. You win Game 3, a must-win Game 3, and now, if you win Game 4, you take care of business, you go back to Staples Center, You push the reset button, and it's best 2 out of 3, clean slate. And if you're the team that's won 2 in a row, you've got a chance to build some momentum and establish logistics in this series. After all, San Jose's got the better penalty killing unit, and Niemi posted better statistics. But Jonathan Quick, he's been the better goalie as of late, and don't expect the LA Kings to surrender 2 in a row. This series could really go either way, and Game 4 is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Tomorrow, we get to see the Eastern Conference teams. Boston hosts New York at the TD Garden, Game 2, 3 p.m. And then at 7:30, it is Pittsburgh, Ottawa, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup playoffs in Canada. Will the Penguins go up 3-0, or will Ottawa pull their heads out of their asses? This is Chris Ransom of Draft Utopia. Good night, folks.